Hey everyone, welcome to Wildlife Inspired. I'm your host, Scott Keys. A follow-up on a previous story about Nikon, the Z9, some quality issues, and service and customer service thoughts in general, right after this. I'm going to put a link up here. It's a story that I shared a few days ago, and it was about service, loyalty, and then also quality control, specifically with the Nikon Z9. But it really was a general opinion about service in general. So yes, there was a lot of comments about Nikon. It wasn't Nikon bashing. I'm still a Nikon shooter. I don't have any plans to change anytime soon, but it was really about the impact of service that it can have on the consumer. And I shared a very specific story. It did involve Nikon. It did involve the Z9. And certainly you're welcome to comment about Nikon. They're not paying me for these videos, clearly. But I do think it's good feedback for all companies to consider. And the comments were overwhelmingly supportive that Nikon should have, after sending a customer a defective product, should have paid for the shipping of that product to go back and be repaired. Now, a lot of people had mentioned that why not just go back to the vendor? We're talking about the Nikon Z9 flagship. It is high demand. There aren't a lot out, and they're tough to get. By sending it back to the vendor, the issue was they don't know when they're going to get it back in stock. So the customer, rather than wait for weeks, this wasn't my personal experience. I'm relaying this to a customer, but I've got all the details. Rather than wait for weeks, let me send it back to Nikon, get it repaired and shipped back. The problem was Nikon wanted the customer to pay the shipping costs. And I thought that was a little out of bounds. I think most people agreed with me in the comments. Overwhelming support for that concept. Talked a little bit about brand loyalty and when companies do the right thing, how it can really just keep you there. In the comments below, I would love to continue to get those stories. A vendor that blew you away with service and you've stayed with, or maybe a vendor or a supplier or manufacturer that you purchased from and then bounced you, or you bounced them. I'm going to, just for the sake of the people with short attention spans, this is my flicker. I'm just going to let this scroll through as I talk. That'll give you some pretty images to look at. Some people have really short attention spans on YouTube. So here you go. There's some pretty stuff to look at. All right, here's the resolution to the story. The customer reached out to Nikon. They again said, we're not going to take it back. Escalated to customer service, to a supervisor. They said, no, you pay the shipping, we'll repair it. Customer went back. It was purchased through B&H. I didn't mention that in the first video. There were a lot of comments about positive service experience with B&H. It was nice to see that because I'm actually affiliated with them. They send me products to do my videos, my product reviews, and I've had very good experiences with them. I'll talk a little bit more about B&H. This isn't a plug for them, and I'm not making this video because I'm affiliated with it. I will tell you, I'm just happy that the story had a fairly good ending, but a very good service experience through them. The message that she sent me last was, I called B&H to let them know what happened with Nikon. They issued me an RMA with shipping label within minutes with their apologies, and they put me on the top of their list to get a replacement when they arrive, hopefully in a couple weeks. That's good service. You know, service is personalized, but it's also timely. And I think when you're quick with service, it really speaks volumes. Authentic apology, quick resolution, customer is happy. Where's that customer shopping for her next camera? B&H. Like that's what you do. When you have great experiences, you want to repeat those great experiences. A couple things that I've appreciated about B&H over the years, and I've shopped with them for 10 years, 8 years. Their speed has gotten really, really good. I would say on par with Amazon in terms of shipping speed. I will often order a product in the morning and get a shipping notification by the afternoon, and often have the product the next day, if not 2 days. Now, I'm an East Coast guy, and they're not too far away, probably 100 miles, 200 miles, 150 miles away from my house to New York City, but they're really blown away by their service. And I've had great experiences with them through my affiliation program that I have. So that's it, very short and quick video today, but down in the comments, most importantly, I want to talk about service again. And if you had a great experience with a manufacturer or vendor or a retailer, share it down there. And maybe you've had a bad experience. I think it's good community to share those things. People we use these community boards, these message boards, as a way to validate or even help us to purchase. So if you've got a great experiences out there, let's put it out there. And if you had some negative experiences, I always take those with a grain of salt. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. It wasn't a video about bashing Nikon's service, by the way. I'm a Nikon shooter. I will still shoot with them. This experience didn't drive me personally away. I'm not going to throw my camera equipment away because somebody else had a an experience I think could have been more favorable. I'm still rooting for Nikon. I want them to be successful. Maybe there's a chance somebody sees a video like this and says, hey, we're getting a bad rap out here. There's been some bad experiences out here. What's going on? Let's reevaluate. But in this case, it was B&H that came through. So thank you, B&H. I want to thank the audience for the comments down below already. I'm sure we'll get some great comments. And thank you for your support. And as always, I hope we can continue to find inspiration in wildlife together.